Good evening, welcome back. It is Saturday, January the 2nd, 2021. First video of the new year. Also the last video that I'll be doing on my way home at night. Because starting Monday night into Tuesday, I'll be doing night shift, so you guys might be able to see my face when I do these on the way home. Anyway, shutting this off, we'll talk. An interesting comment from a viewer on the last video I did. It got me to thinking. Not too much, because I already had this playing through in my head. But maybe it's something y'all can use for your own mutual benefit here. Bounce some ideas off of each other in the comments. That's lines in the sand. Right? Because I think, barring a miracle, come January 6th, we're going to have not my Biden certified as president-elect, and we could conceivably have 4 years of that as our president, or worse. The other looming possibility of demise on a federal level, right? When I say demise, I mean demise of our personal freedoms as guaranteed and recognized by our Bill of Rights, is this Georgia Senate runoff coming up on the 5th. Because if that goes the wrong way, along with a Democrat presidency, it's going to be Katie bar the door. So a lot of people like to get on here and talk big. Now, I'm not going to get on here and talk big about if they do this, I'm going to do that. I want you to think about what your line in the sand for certain things is, right? And I'm gonna put this as delicately as possible so I don't find my video censored any more than it already is. What is your line in the sand, your point of no return? What have you? If government does X, then I will do Y. Right? You have to have this in mind already. Because flying by the seat of your pants is a good way to screw yourself. Sometimes flying by the seat of your pants works out okay. But it doesn't always. So, if the government restricts my First Amendment, whether it's my freedom of speech, my religious freedom, my right to peaceably assemble, my freedom of the press, then I will do what? You need to have that in mind going into this. If the government restricts my right to keep and bear arms any further, then I will do what? And I'm not asking you to put it down in the comments. That's kind of a personal thing that you need to come up with on your own. Personally, professionally, in your family life, with your friends, what have you. Right? Especially if you're in a position like myself. That brings a whole new set of what ifs into the equation, right? What happens if I'm ordered to do X? that I don't feel is constitutional, moral, or decent. Right, I have a couple of choices at that point. Shut up and do it, and deal with the consequences of that. Out and out refuse and deal with the consequences of that. Or yes them to death and then do my own thing and deal with the consequences of that. Whether it's go collect firearms, go knock on this person's door and tell them the things they're saying is dangerous and I don't know, counterproductive to the government, or go collect these people and take them to the COVID safety camps or what have you, right? Each situation has a different set of consequences and what ifs. And each set of consequences, or each set of what ifs, bears a whole different set of possibilities and consequences based on the human variable as well, right? So what if all local law enforcement gets federalized? They say, go collect all these firearms. Go tell them you're here for the mandatory turn-ins. No, I'm not doing that. Okay, so either you're fired or now you're getting hauled off to a prison camp. I can live with you're fired. Prison camp doesn't really do me personally any good, right? Doesn't do my family any good. So I can play that through. Option B. Okay, roger that, good to go. Go and say, all right, yeah, I'll do that, and then not do it. Say, I came up empty-handed. Now, how many times can you actually come up empty-handed before somebody suspects that there's a little trickery afoot that you refer to, you're fired or you're getting hauled off to a prison camp, right? Another option with that is you fake it. Knock, knock. Hey, Mr. Smith. I'm here from the government. I'm here to collect your bang sticks and your freedom seeds. But I'm not actually going to do that, so have a nice day. Now, there's a good chance after I get that first sentence out, I'm going to be a flower bed for freedom seeds. Or there's a chance that Mr. Smith says, all right. Have a nice day, Officer Horizon. I got your back down the road if you need it too. Right? You see how each scenario has its own set of consequences. And then there's the third possibility of just total lying to what you're told. Hey, I'm just doing my job. Not okay with that. So you have to figure out what your line in the sand is, what you will and won't do as far as compliance goes. Be it whether you're the cashier at the grocery store and they say, hey, you can't sell to a person that doesn't have a Vax card, or you're only allowed to accept XYZ as currency, what have you, right? But sitting back in your armchair and going, I ain't going to do that to me. You need to have a plan. You need to be thinking this through. You should have been thinking it through right along. If they do this, I will do that. If they do this, I will not do that. Or if they do this, I will do that and not the other. Right? Have a contingency. I hope this is making sense to you all. That somebody's looking at you and saying, you need to figure out for yourself and yours when too much is too much and what your response to too much is. Because there are a lot of people that get on here and talk tough. Come to my yard, you're not leaving. Yeah, okay, that's a great plan until you have to put it into play. Or the whole I will not comply crowd. That's a great plan until you need to figure out what non-compliance entails, right? Non-compliance doesn't necessarily entail sticking your right thumb firmly in your fourth point of contact and typing it out on a keyboard with your left one. Sometimes non-compliance means outright defiance. Giant middle finger to the man. But like anything else, you need to pick and choose when you're going to give that middle finger. And just how you're going to give that middle finger. Not every battle is worth fighting. And the ones that are, you should choose your battlefield. I had a partner some years back who was a born-again Christian. He was very loud and proud of his faith, almost to the point, I think, of a degree of falsity, right? But maybe not. He could have been legitimate. His thing was everything was on a biblical plane, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he couldn't reconcile biblical with real world. His thing was always, well, the Bible says there's a time when they're going to come around and kill Christians. Right, it does. Well, I'll let them kill me for my faith. And when I had heard him say this a few times, I said, well, why not fight for it instead? And he kind of looked at me like I had 12 heads. Right? You don't do anybody any good if you lay down and say, yeah, kill me for my beliefs. Like, there's no line in the sand right there. That's just, okay, I give up. Which isn't the answer either. Excuse me. There are certain battles that are worth fighting. You have to pick those. You have to pick at what point you're going to fight that battle. I think I just talked myself into a big circle here. Somebody's going to give me a smart-ass response down in the comments, and I'll probably deserve it. basically what I'm going for 15 minutes later is saying I'm willing to die for my beliefs, whatever they are. They can just kill me if that's what they're going to do. And not having a plan beyond that is bloody useless. And saying, I'm going to fight for my beliefs, but not having a plan for how you're going to do that is bloody useless too. So you need to figure out where in that you lie. Where's that line in the sand, right? And what exactly your response is going to be. Because laying down and dying, that's no response. Going to war isn't always a response either. Figure out what serves you best. What serves your cause best, and what serves your family the best, and go from there. If you stuck around this long, I hope that made sense. If it didn't, you can tell me down below. Anyway, give it a like, give it a share, subscribe if you haven't done it already. I'll catch you in the next one. Be safe, watch your six. Out for now.